The episode begins inside the college committee room, where the principal directly confronts Shaswat and tells him that he falsely accused Anurag. The accusation has caused serious damage, and the committee wants answers. Shaswat immediately questions the principal, asking why he would ever do something like that. His tone is defensive and authoritative. Trying to assert his dominance, one of the committee members then intervenes and reveals that Ishani had given a written statement in Anurag's favor during the college committee meeting. This statement played a crucial role in the investigation. Shashwat reacts sharply and claims that there is a strong possibility that Ishani was forced or emotionally manipulated into changing her statement. He tells the principal that Ishani is a simple and naive woman, someone who can be easily influenced. He further adds that he is a respected man with responsibilities and has no time to falsely accuse anyone. The principal listens carefully and then questions him, asking why Ishani would feel scared or pressured when she is Mrs. Sengupta. She firmly states that she knows Anurag personally and believes he is not the kind of person who would threaten or harass anyone. Anurag then speaks up and calmly says that there is also a possibility that Ishani was pressured by Shashwat himself to file a complaint against him. The committee member agrees and states that only Ishani can clarify the truth. She directly asks Ishani whether Shashwat forced her to give a fake complaint against Anurag. Shashwat quickly turns toward Ishani and tells her not to be scared, instructing her to tell the truth and admit that Anurag harassed her. Ishani gathers her courage and clearly states that she never said Anurag harassed her. She looks at Shashwat and says that he was the one who asked her to lie against Anurag. She reminds the principal that Shashwat never allowed her to speak or defend Anurag earlier. She emotionally explains that she cannot ruin someone's reputation for the sake of lies, which is why she finally told the truth during the college committee meeting. Shashwat angrily asks her whether she is trying to prove him wrong in front of everyone. Ishani firmly replies that she cannot support him in his lies. Shashwat loses his temper and yells at her, then turns toward Anurag and warns him not to think that this matter is over. Anurag remains calm and confidently says that he is not scared of Shashwat's threats. He brings up the house party incident and claims that Shashwat accused him only to take revenge for what happened that day. He states that truth always wins over power, no matter how influential someone may be. Shashwat asks him if he is trying to challenge him openly. Anurag responds that if Shashwat chooses to see it that way, then so be it. One of the committee members points out that Shashwat is openly threatening Anurag. The principal questions Shashwat about what he is trying to prove by showing his power and influence. She states that this behavior reveals Shashwat's true face. Shashwat insists once again that the truth is Ishani was harassed. A committee member then asks an important question. If Ishani was harassed in this college, why is Pihu taking admission here? Shashwat replies that it was Pihu's decision and not his at that moment. Pihu barges into the room and confidently introduces herself to the principal. She explains that she heard Shashwat shouting, which is why she came. Inside, Pihu openly tells the principal that she herself invited Anurag to her house party. She boldly states that Shashwat filed a fake complaint only to humiliate Anurag. Shashwat snaps at her and asks what nonsense she is saying. Pihu then reveals that Shashwat stopped Ishani from coming to college. The principal responds that this is a family matter and she cannot interfere. Anurag speaks up and says that Ishani is a bright and deserving student who should be allowed to attend classes. Ishani then tells the principal that she already knew she would not be able to return to college after today. She humbly requests the committee not to take any action against Anurag, stating clearly that he is innocent. The principal says that the college can take legal action against Shashwat but will refrain from doing so for Ishani's sake. The committee member warns Shaswat not to ever file a fake complaint again later. Shaswat angrily declares that one day he will prove that he filed the complaint because Ishani herself told him about the harassment. Ishani questions how he can prove something that never happened. She says that even earlier the principal did not listen to her because of Shashwat's power and influence. She apologizes to everyone for the insult Anurag had to face despite being innocent after some time. Pihu comforts Ishani and says she is glad that Shashwat left the college alone. She encourages Ishani not to lose this opportunity and to continue her studies. Ishani replies that she is certain Shashwat will not allow her to return to college again. She decides to take notes from Anurag and continues studying from home. Anurag later arrives with his students. The students thank Ishani for standing by the truth and supporting Anurag. They praise her courage. Ishani humbly says that she only supported what was right. One student remarks that it is not easy to stand for truth against one's own husband, making Ishani's action even more commendable. Pihu apologizes to Anurag on Shashwat's behalf. Anurag calmly accepts the apology and sends the students to the library. Ishani asks Anurag for notes since she cannot attend college. Anurag asks her whether she will be able to attend the college fest. Pihu excitedly asks what Ishani can participate in. Anurag mentions that Ishani dances well and could perform. Pihu teasingly asks how he knows that. Ishani explains that Anurag once asked her about her hobbies, and she told him she loves singing and dancing. Pihu insists that Ishani should rehearse, but Ishani says she cannot come for rehearsals. Anurag suggests that Ishani do a solo performance. Ishani asks who will sing then. Anurag replies that they will find someone else and encourages her to follow her passion. Pihu assures Anurag that she will make sure Ishani attends the fest. Ishani expresses that she cannot fight Shashwat on every issue and asks Pihu not to interfere. Pihu quietly goes to book a cab before leaving. Ishani asks Anurag to take care of himself. Anurag thanks her for everything she has done. Ishani says she only did what was right and does not want Anurag to face further trouble because of her. She asks him to be patient with Pihu. Anurag says he cannot cut ties with Pihu because staying connected to her helps him know about Ishani. He asks if they truly have no future together. Ishani sadly replies that her future ended long ago. Anurag points out that Shashwat abuses her, and yet she continues to stay with him. Ishani admits that she has become used to it. Pihu returns and informs them that she has booked a cab. She takes Ishani with her elsewhere. Shashwat vents his anger to Raj Didi, saying that Ishani humiliated him and proved him a liar for Anurag's sake. Nandini remarks that she had already suspected something was going on between Anurag and Ishani. Shashwat dismisses the idea and says it is not possible. Meanwhile, Ishani walks away lost in her thoughts, recalling how Anurag asked her whether they had no future together. She also remembers his words when he said that he would love only her, always.